2025, the Anime Awards, a prestigious event where those who have extravagant tastes partake in. This year, us Isekai fans got a taste of greatness from the monopoly known as Crunchyroll. But alas, the event really doesn't matter. It's in the end a popularity race where the votes most presumably won't matter. But even though this event has no real world connotation or influence, I found interest with the new category of Isekai they implemented this year. Why, you might ask? Well, in any other year, I wouldn't care too much. But Rezero and Mushoku Tensei are being put up on the ballot, and that made me ask myself, which will win? Now, this is an opinion. Just to clarify, I love both series and hold them as my favorite isekais. If you for some unknown reason decide that I am wrong, please feel free to leave a comment on why. Now, back to the video. First to bat is ReZero Season 3. It is being nominated for Best Isekai, and it kind of deserves this more than Mushoku Tensei. While this season lacks some of the mental anguish that previous seasons had, Season 3 still manages to make up for that with its amazing action and intense showdowns with characters. The highlights for this season would be the Regulus episode, with how they managed to make the audience laugh at him, the Garfield episode with how amazing the Sakuga moments were, and the Capella introduction episode with how it brings some of that mental, psychological aspects of ReZero that we love. The rest of the season is a consistently fun watch that I was excited to see every Wednesday. But still, Season 3 for me is the weakest season of ReZero, but it is still leagues above 99% of Isekai. I give this season a 9.8 out of 10. The only thing holding it back was maybe we could have gotten more huge revelations, which don't get me wrong, there are a lot of them, but not as much as previous seasons. And it could have shown us more of the psychological angle, rather than action. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2 is also being nominated for Best Isekai, and also deserves it more than ReZero. The season was packed with high highs, but it also had one low that makes me want to put ReZero above it. The Roxy episode, to me, wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. It does leave a sour taste, but the next episode made up for it in my mind. The rest of the season is amazing. Standouts were the Parents episode, with it being such a roller coaster ride of emotions, with it being one of the highest highs we've had in the series so far. The Nanahoshi episode, with it really diving deep on her character and how she feels being stuck in another world. And the Norn episode being such a turn for the way I viewed her as a character. The rest of the season was consistent with me enjoying also watching it weekly. This part was better than part 1 of the season, and it probably has my favorite episode of the entirety of Mushoku Tensei so far. This is also leagues above 99% of every isekai. I give this season a 9.8 out of 10 as well. The only weakness it had for me was that one episode. Now, who wins? For me, the winner could change depending on the week. I enjoyed both, with ReZero being more consistent and Mushoku Tensei having the best episode. It's a tight race, but I am gonna have to give it to Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2. Because personally, I enjoyed it a smidge more, but I bet that ReZero will probably win the awards. Which is fine, it deserves it just as much as Mushoku Tensei. Either way, the reason the Isekai category was even made was to make sure Frieren didn't win. In conclusion, ReZero is amazing, Mushoku Tensei is amazing, Frieren is amazing. Here are my rankings of each season of each series. If you want more details on why I love Mushoku Tensei, watch my previous video where I compare the best episodes. Also, we have the potential of a rematch between ReZero and Mushoku Tensei someday, so like and subscribe. I've been MiniDragon21. Peace.